Well, good morning, everybody. Tush coming at you. It's Monday, April 22nd, just coming up to 7:47. Hope everybody's having a good or had a good Easter weekend. It's Easter Monday. Anyway, we're back on the tank this morning, and we're going to finish sanding this and getting it ready for primer. I'm going to apply my self-etching primer a little bit later once I get the tank fully sanded down. We pretty much got the top side sanded down. We're just going to concentrate on the edges and the bottom edges of the tank, and then we'll tape it up and get it ready for primer. So that's what we're working on this morning. We're still waiting for the weather to cooperate. It's only about 10 degrees Celsius out here right now. I need it to be about minimum of about 18 to 19 degrees Celsius, so we got a ways to go. It's supposed to be a high of 18 today, so anyway, we'll see if we can get some painting done today. I'm hoping we can. I may have to help it out by getting one of my kerosene heaters out in the garage to bring the temperature up. So we'll see what we can do in order to get this into paint today. Alright guys, quick update. We've got the parts sanded down and pretty much ready to go. There's a few little touch-up primer areas that I need to fix, but other than that they look pretty good. We've got the small parts sanded down over there. They're ready to go. So we just got to wait for the weather to improve, and then we'll be able to spray our first coat of white base coat, and then we're going to wait for that to dry, and then we're going to tape it, two-tone it. Top's going to be black, so hopefully we'll get the weather to be able to do that today. Anyway, we'll be back later. Alright guys, just coming up to 3 p.m. and we've got the base coat on, the white base coat, and we've just let it dry for 2 hours, so it requires 2 hours to dry before tape time. So we're just going to get ready to start taping this along the line here to do the two-tone. So yeah, they look pretty good. The rear fender looks a little bit better than the front fender. The front fender's got a little bit of dry spray on it, not too bad. The rear fender definitely seemed to spray a little bit better. So anyway, they're both okay. So we're going to break out the fine line tape, and we're going to define where we want to make the two-tone, and then we'll mask it, and we'll break out the black paint. Alright guys, just coming up to 4:30, and we've got the rear fenders all masked up. The best that I can do anyway. The front's definitely harder than the rear. Not only is the line harder to follow, but you have this little fork cut out, which makes it a little bit difficult to tape around. So we got to make sure that we got the tape nice and snug up here on the edges so we're not getting bleed through. I'm a little bit worried about this spot actually. I might just retape that. Other than that, it looks not too bad. So we'll mix up the black, and we'll go ahead and spray the base coat before we unmask it and do the clear coat. I think we have enough time to get this done tonight. I might have to use some artificial heat source. I've got my turbo fan kerosene heater over here ready to go. I used that when I did the base this morning. Seemed to work okay. So anyway, we'll tack cloth this off and mix up some paint and get ready to shoot it. Okay, 2 coats of base coat black are done. We are just going to go ahead and unmask it. Hopefully our masking job was good, and then we'll get ready to clear it. The base doesn't look too bad. There is some dirt in it, but that's to be expected in this garage. But I think it's going to be okay. So let me unmask it and see how we did. Alright guys, we got the fenders unmasked, and not too bad. I've got 2 little tiny spots where we had a little bit of bleed through of the black into the white. Must have missed just a little spot here. It's really hard to see. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to clear right over that. And there's a tiny little spot over here. This is not going to be really too visible. Little spot here. So I know you can probably not even see that. And I did get a little bit of bleed through of the tape just right here, but the forks are going to hide that. So I'm not going to be too concerned about that. So I'm going to break out the clear coat in about 15 minutes, and we'll hit these with a couple coats of clear. I have a quick cure clear coat, and it only calls for 2 medium wet coats on these, so that's what we'll do. Alright guys, just coming up to 8:10 p.m. and not too bad. They're not great. But overall I'm pretty happy. There's a little shadow of a tape line here. Got a little bit of overspray. I got a little bit of not very good coverage on my clear here in this area, just this area. So it's too bad because I actually had extra clear left over. I guess I just missed that area. I've obviously hit it, but it's a little dry. I would have liked to have had a little bit more clear there. Actually, this side of the fender is the best. I don't see any flaws in there. Don't see any marks. And this one's not bad. Little mark there. My tape line at the back's a little bit ragged, but I'm planning on running a pinstripe anyway, so that'll take care of that. And I've got still that little mark that was there. I've got a little tiny mark here under the clear, a little shadow there. But you know what? Like I said, it's not a show bike. Some of this stuff will be hidden. This little mark here will be hidden by the forks. This area that's a little dry actually will probably be covered by a lot of the forks anyway. But overall, it's not too bad. It's actually pretty good for painting in such a dirty garage, and in the temperatures I painted in today. Not really conducive to painting. So anyway, we'll do the tank tomorrow. Again, it's supposed to be cold tomorrow. I think it's a high of about 14 degrees Celsius tomorrow, so that's probably about 55 or so. You need a minimum really of 65 to paint. So I'll probably have the heater going in the garage tomorrow. So what I've been doing is putting the heater on, getting the garage warmed up, turning it off, painting, and then letting some of the fumes out of the garage, and then turning the heater back on. So it's not the best thing to do, but it's the only way I'm going to be able to get painted within the next 2 weeks. It looks like the weather's not really any warmer, so it's a little bit of a rush job. It's not the ideal conditions, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So that's it for tonight. We'll work on the tank tomorrow. I did get the tank etch primed. It's just sitting over here on the ground. So what we'll do is we'll start hopefully getting that primed early in the morning with 2K primer, and then we'll go through the whole process of doing the base coat, the white base coat, then the black base coat, and then the clear coat. So it's going to be a long day on that tank tomorrow as well. But we'll try to get an early start on it tomorrow. I've got a few days left of my vacation, so hopefully we'll be able to get this done. I'd really like to be able to start reassembling the bike before I go, but I still need to get my white walls mounted as well. Today is a holiday for most places here, being Easter Monday, so not a lot of places open. So maybe we'll try to get those white walls mounted tomorrow, so I can at least maybe get the rear fender on with the tire installed, and then we'll work our way forwards. Alright, that's it for now, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.